Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Megan McLeod, and this is another pep talk. That was supposed to be my drums. But anyway, I'm your number one breakthrough coach, and what I do is I help you to get over any emotional, spiritual, or mental places in your life that you're stuck. And really, what I do is I give you the information, really, that's on the inside of you to help you run through, go past, get over so you can live a great life. What I want to talk to you about today is stop worshiping the process. Again, stop worshiping the process. And when I use the word worship, I'm not talking about any religious or spiritual or church service or anything like that. What I mean by the word worship, I mean staring at it so much and being so connected to it that you don't see anything else. My girlfriend was in insurance for years, like 50 years. She's not even that old. But I'm sure it felt like to her like 50 years. And it wasn't making her happy anymore. And I said to her, I said, well, what do you really want to do? And she said, I want to be a makeup artist. I love makeup. I want to be a makeup artist. And she didn't do my makeup, so I don't want you all saying, oh, did she do her makeup? She didn't do my makeup. She didn't do anything to my face right now. So it looks the way it does. But anyway, she said, I want to be a makeup artist. And I said, well, why don't you do that? She said, I'm too old. What do you mean you're too old? You're never too old to do anything. And I know that sounds so cliche, and I know that sounds like a bunch of BS, but seriously, you aren't. You're never too old to do anything. So I said to her, I said, well, go on and do it. She said, well, what about money? What about paying bills? What about this? I said, listen, that'll work itself out. But the thing that won't work itself out is your unhappiness. If you spend 8 hours a day doing something you hate, well, then you're just going to mess up the rest of your life. Because you spend a much longer time at work than you do at home. So if you hate 8 hours, you're going to hate the rest of the 5 where you're at home because you're thinking about the 8 hours that you have to go to that you hate. So she said, well, it'll never work out because I'm too old. Remember, this was her process in her head of how to be a makeup artist. She said, it'll never work out because I'm just too old. I said, it'll work out. She said, well, I don't even know anybody. I said, well, let's go meet people. So her idea and her dream was to work at MAC. Those that don't know MAC, MAC is like the bomb makeup store. Anybody say bomb anymore? I'm so old. Anyway, it's like the number one makeup store. It's a great makeup store, makeup line. Nicki Minaj does stuff for MAC. Madonna does stuff for MAC. MAC is the makeup. MAC is like the Tom Ford of makeup, even though Tom Ford does makeup. But anyway, so she wanted to work for a MAC store. And I said, why don't we start going to MAC stores? Why don't you bring pictures of people, before and after pictures of people that you've done makeup for? Why don't you just go out there and really do this? So she did it. And she did it over like a 3-month period. And finally she got a call. And the manager from a MAC store said, listen, they're having auditions, because they have like auditions or something. I don't know. It's like a secret service room where you got to knock twice and have a password. They do something to get in the MAC. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't try to get it. But they told her that they were having auditions. So she went. She dressed in all black because everybody at MAC wears all black. She dressed in all black. She went down there. And before she went there, she said, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm old. What am I doing? I don't even have any experience. I said, but your experience is your passion. And your passion counts for a whole lot. Well, they loved her. Then they told her she had to audition for a manager of a MAC store. So between the days of auditioning for the manager of the MAC store, the days leading up to it, she spoke to someone that works at MAC. And the girl told her, well, it took me 2 years to work for MAC. So I'll never forget that day. I came home. She said, they said it's going to take me 2 years to work at MAC. I can't believe I'm doing this. What am I doing? I should just go back to insurance. I said, stop. You are worshiping this process. That's probably not even your journey. You never know what's going to happen. Stop worshiping a process that somebody gave you and being so connected to it that it has you messed up in the head and it has you doubting the thing that you want to do most. Just stop. Because what you're going to do is count yourself out of a dream. So she said, okay, and she calmed down. Well, make a long story short, she auditioned for the manager, then she had to audition for another manager. I'm telling you, Mac is like the X Factor. So she auditioned for another manager, and she got in. And they're going to start her off as freelance. But what I'm saying is this, is if she focused and really worshiped the process that someone else gave her, she would not have tried to do and become what's about to happen in her life. If she had continued to worship the process that the world gives her of, oh no, you're too old to start another career, or you're too old to do something creative that a lot of young people do, she would have counted herself out of this great job and career that she's about to embark on. So what I'm saying to you is, whatever process you're worshiping now, whether it's I don't have enough skill, or I don't know the right people, or I didn't come from the right neighborhood, or I've made too many mistakes, or I failed too many times in this business for it to be a success. Stop worshiping that process. Stop being so connected to it and looking at it so hard that you're counting yourself out of your dream. I know sometimes it gets frustrating and sometimes it gets hard, but remind yourself of this. Stop worshiping the process that the world or someone else gave you, and worship the process and the dream that you have and that's screaming at you on the inside. Because I want to see everybody do what my girlfriend did, and that's to do what they love to do. 8 hours a day. That's exciting. Seriously, that's exciting. So until next time, again, thank you very much, because you could have watched anyone and you could have been watching anything, but you decided to watch me. Please go to my website, MeganMcLeod.com. That's MEAGANMCLEOD.com. And please like this video. Now, I know I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just trying to give wisdom, but please like this video. All right. Thanks, y'all.